friends, welcome to this channel. I would like to say that this is only my second video told in English. The other videos that I have in this channel, most of them are in Portuguese. Some of them I have few parts in English, few parts in Portuguese. That depends on which video. But I would like to say that if you like this video and you say, oh, maybe I would like to learn more or see more of that, I am willing to make other videos in English because that's good, because I also practice more. Now I have friends here in Denmark, because now I live in Denmark, and they say to me, oh, we would like to understand what you say in your videos, so you should make more videos in English or even in Danish. Okay, Danish, I don't know Danish so much. Fly, get out of here, fly. Actually, I still don't speak Danish that much, so I cannot make a full video in Danish. The only video that I have in Danish, it was the one that I made with my friend Katrina, that I try to speak in Danish, but it's not so good. Maybe in the future, who knows? But in English, it's okay. I can make videos in English now. So today I'm gonna talk about, this video is more for people who are not from Brazil. My new friends. And today I'm gonna tell you 9 facts about Brazil that you might have learned in your life that are not true. And why I'm gonna talk about them? Because I hear them all the time now that I live here. People asking me the most random stuff about Brazil, and I say, why? How? Where did you learn that? Where did you come with this information from? Because that's not true. And the first of them, they think that we speak Spanish. They sometimes think that, they know that we speak Portuguese as well, but they think that we speak Spanish. So first of all, Brazil is located in South America. And although all the neighbors of Brazil speak Spanish, we don't. We speak Portuguese, which I think it's really sad. I have learned Spanish when I was in school, because I think my life would be easier. Not only my life, but also the life of the people around Brazil, because then we could travel around and it would be easier to understand each other. Of course, I speak Spanish. It's not beautiful Spanish, but I can say that I speak Portunhol, which is Portuguese and Espanol, because when I was in high school, in the first year of high school, we have this government program that they want to teach other languages. So after school, after the normal school time, you could go to another school only to learn languages. In the first year, I chose to learn Spanish, but I could also have chosen Germany and Japanese. So I said, well, I'm not gonna use Germany or Japanese in my life, I thought at that time. So I maybe would be better if I learned Spanish, because I think it's most bigger. But in Brazil we speak Portuguese, and I think in Portuguese is the 6th place of the most speaking languages in the world. So I think I didn't know that actually. I learned here. I think that's a lot. I didn't know that so many people in the world can speak Portuguese. Yeah, so if you want to visit Brazil and you don't speak Portuguese, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard, because, well, we are really nice people and we want to help you even though we don't speak your language. So probably you're gonna use Google Translate to help you, but it's gonna be hard because not everybody speak. So it would be nice if you go with a friend who can speak Portuguese, or at least know the places that you're going. And sorry for my accent. Sometimes I can understand that I speak too fast and my accent is really strong. So sometimes it's hard to understand what I'm saying. But you can just leave a comment, a feedback, or a tip for me to get better. The second thing, it's people always think that all the women in Brazil can samba. I don't. I cannot samba. When I try to samba, it's really funny because I don't know how to explain that, but I have no swag enough to samba. So of course we have a lot of people who can dance and they are really good at it, but it's not everybody who can dance. We don't learn that since we are little kids. So yeah, we cannot all samba. And it's not everybody who likes carnival. I think it's part of a culture. I think it's really rich culture and everything. And I used to go a lot for the streets carnival parties that we had. Nowadays I am a little bit old, so I don't have the energy to do it again. But when I was younger, I used to go a lot on the streets and enjoy and go around the cars with songs and people singing, and it was really good energy. think that's it. But it's not everybody who can like it, and it's not everybody who enjoys it, you know. Our capital is not Buenos Aires. The capital of Brazil is called Brasilia, and is located in Distrito Federal, which is almost in the center of the country. Buenos Aires is the capital of Argentina, one of our neighbor countries. Well, and Brazil is really big. It's not only São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, although I know that this is the most known and the most places that it is the most visited places for people who want to go to Brazil. But I honestly, I don't know why São Paulo is so popular, because it's most like just a big city with a lot of cars and a lot of buildings. For me, it would not be so attractive. I know that I am from São Paulo. I know that because I am from São Paulo. I live in São Paulo my whole life. I think it's beautiful, but it's not super touristic. Well, I don't know. That is just my opinion. You may like it. My boyfriend, he's a Danish guy, and he loves São Paulo. He all the time he wants to go to Paulista and Ibirapuera and blah blah blah. He loves São Paulo so much. But I think we have other beautiful places. For example, and as I say that, I'm gonna ask to my editor to put images here from all these beautiful places. So if you want to go to Brazil, I would suggest you to go to Lençóis Maranhenses. Lençóis Maranhenses is located in Maranhão. Really have no idea how much it costs to go there, because I never searched it, but it's something that I would like to go. It's a place that I would like to visit one day. We have also Fernando de Noronha, which could be called Brazilian Caribbean. It's really beautiful. It's a totally ecological reserve, so you have to pay a fee actually to preserve the nature around the island, but it's beautiful and I would love to visit one day. And we also have Bonito. I think Bonito is in Mato Grosso do Sul, if I am not completely wrong. It's really beautiful as well. It's one of the places that I would like to visit. So we have a lot of places. Brazil is gigantic, and I think it's only to go there only for Rio and São Paulo, it would be, I don't know, not fair enough with the country, you know. So if you have more time and you're in your vacation and you want to explore around, that would be a really great idea. Everybody thinks that Brazil is just a big jungle and we have monkeys as pets at home. And I have anaconda living with me in my garden, but no, not quite. Okay, we have a snake island. It's called Itanhaém. It is in São Paulo, but it's not in the city, of course. It is out of the city. And it's a really dangerous place to go alone. You cannot visit this island alone because they have a lot of snakes, and the snakes can be dangerous for you. But it's not like that the whole country, you know, and the city center is the city. You're not gonna see the gigantic alligator in the middle of the street. And people always asking me, oh, you have big spiders. I was like, I don't think we have so many spiders, at least not in the city where I lived. You have just a tiny spiders, and they don't do anything unless you live, of course, in the countryside. Then you can find some snake, then you can find something more that could be considered dangerous, but it's not like you are just walking on the streets with many animals coming around. Yeah, I think it's funny when most of people think that it's like, oh my god, you are from Brazil, oh, how do you walk around with so many animals, dangerous animals? It's not like that. Everybody's afraid of the violence, and I think you should be, because it is dangerous, but every place is dangerous, I think. So it's just about, you have to think about that in Brazil we are really different in socio-economic style. So we have a lot of people who don't have money at all, and they find in the criminality an easy way to live, let's say like that. Of course, I am not saying that it's okay to go and rob people. It's just more like why we have so many is because we have a lot of people without anything, without opportunity, and for them it's like easier just go and take what is in front of them, and there's people who make a living of it. And of course we have a lot of drug traffic, and the drugs is also part of the criminal stuff. So it's really sad, that part. I think every place could be dangerous. It's just about how you go. Of course, you're not going around with your telephone or holding $100 in your hands and showing around. You just have to be aware where you're going and what time you're going. Of course, if it's during the night, it's more dangerous than during the day. If it's not so many people around, it's also more dangerous, and you just have to keep an eye on your belongings and to be careful. Just don't be reckless. But I don't think it's so dangerous like people say it, you know. Of course, I am local, so I know how to walk, and even though I am a local, I am afraid. So I all the time I keep an eye on my things, and I don't walk around with my phone in the hands. I put always my phone in the backpack, and I don't go out with many valuable things. For instance, when I was younger and I used to go to the clubs and during the night, I never bring my phone with me because I knew that I was gonna be drunk and I probably lose it, or it would be easier for someone just to steal it from me. So I always talk to my mom, I'm going to the club, I'm not bringing my phone, and I am only gonna come back tomorrow morning. So if you don't hear from me, or if I don't come back tomorrow morning, then you can be worried about. But most of the times it worked fine, and I learned how to, you know, try to prevent myself to something bad going on. We do have McDonald's. Yeah, I saw some funny Omegle videos where people say, oh, I'm from Brazil, and then the other people say, oh my god, do you have internet in Brazil? And I am really not sure if that's just a joke or if people are really innocent and they don't know about it. But yeah, we do have internet in Brazil. We have everybody almost have access. I think not everybody, of course, because we have so many people in Brazil. There's more than 200 million people, and of course not everybody definitely have access to internet, but we do have internet. We do have McDonald's, we do have Burger King, we do have All Star. I don't know, I'm just trying to think about other brands that is not from Brazil that we have. We have many things that basically the whole world has it, but the access is not for everybody, and I am really aware of that. But we do have a lot of people who has phones, who has computers, who has Instagram and stuff like that. And another thing that I always listen here is like, oh, you came to a so cold country, how can you live here, because you must be used to with Brazil that is hot all the time. And again, Brazil is really big, so of course we have places that is always summer most of the time, or always hot most of the time, but we also have places in Brazil that has snow. Of course, it's not snow like to build a gigantic snowman, but we have places that can snow during the winter. And where I live in São Paulo, it's extreme south of the capital, so it's really cold there. And the problem in Brazil compared to here in Denmark, for example, our houses has no heaters inside, and our houses is made of concrete. It's not made of wood or with something between the walls that makes that protects against the cold outside. So here in Denmark, I actually feel much less cold than I was in São Paulo, because in São Paulo, when it was winter, it was 7 degrees outside sometimes. Where my aunt lives, sometimes 0 degrees. And you have no heater inside of the house with 0 degrees outside. So it was really cold. You basically just freeze inside of the house with a blanket and a lot of clothes. And you can barely shower because our shower is electric. Please put a picture of electric shower here. Here in Denmark, and I think in other places as well, it's gas, the shower. So it's really good because whenever it's cold outside, your shower is always hot, like 40 degrees, 30 degrees, and I love it because I really love hot shower. But in Brazil, it was electric shower, and then during the winter, it was so difficult to shower because it was so cold. And if you open just a little bit for the water come out a little bit hot, more hotter than it should be, and I could see the tiny fire inside of the electric shower. I was like, okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna have an electric shock. Thankfully, it never happened to me, but it was really difficult. And I have to confess that when it was really cold, sometimes I spent 2 nights without showering, just washing the important parts, because it was too cold. And here I never stayed without showering. Even it could be 7 outside is always hot, so that's good. So yes, in Brazil it's not always hot, and yeah, I think it's the winter sometimes might be worse than here. Football. Talking about football now. Not everybody likes football. I know it's gigantic culture. I know that we are 5 times world champion, and I know that we lost for Germany, and after that everything goes south. Not a good memory. But well, I know it is a common culture. Like, oh yes, football. I have my own team. I cheer for Palmeiras, but it's not like everybody knows every players because it's Brazil and you are so good at football and you know everybody who plays football. No, I know Neymar, I know Richarlison, I know Alisson, that's from Liverpool now, and I know most of these things because of my boyfriend, because he is insanely fan of football, and I know some of Palmeiras players, but that's it. We're not who are crazy for football. They are really crazy for football, so they know everything about football. But the other people, they're just like, yeah, I have my team, I cheer for them when they are playing, and that's it. And I think the last fact is everybody thinks, not everybody, but most of people, a lot of people thinks that Brazil is a gigantic favela. And I know that this is most because of the touristic attraction. When you go to Rio de Janeiro, you can go to Rocinha or to other favelas with a car, most like, oh look, a poor people, oh look, this is a poor people, this is a poor house. But it's not like that. We don't have just a gigantic favela. Of course, as I said, Brazil has really not equal social, so we have people who are really fucking rich, and we are people who has no shelter above their heads. So it's like a social problem, I would say. But yeah, you should not think that everybody in Brazil are really poor and oh my god, poor him, he's from Brazil, oh, it's so hard his life. Because yeah, it is hard, our life. Everybody works a lot, everybody wake up really early to go to work, but we are happy people, even though we have this hard life. But we are happy, we enjoy life, we are super open, and we are welcome you with our wide arms and say, yes, come here, give me a hug. I don't know you, I just met you 5 minutes ago, but I want to hug you and say, come to my house, let's drink a beer. And that's just who we are. And I think that impression, it's really well known. And I know at the same time, it's not because we are super happy, we have easy life. But I was really lucky. Everybody who I talk about here and everybody who asks me where I'm from, and I say I'm from Brazil, they are super like, oh my god, Brazil is so nice, why did you move? Well, of course, if we move, it's because we want something better in our life, better opportunities, of course. And it is hard life. I know Carnival must be amazing to see on television, or for you to go there and spend 1 week, but life in Brazil, it is hard. And even though it's hard, we are super happy. So I think that's it. I talk a lot, but I hope you like it, those facts. Tell me if there's something that I forgot to talk about on the comments, and if you want me to do another video that is most like that, I don't know, that looks like that, just tell me. I might think about it, because I'm really shy to make videos in English, because I don't know, I'm afraid of haters. That's it. See you. Hi.